thank you, DBX Lord. You know what? Okay, the people who are subscribing say they want me to throw babies into the... Fine, whatever. I'll do whatever my subs want. I want to do sub streams during the week, though. That is my hope. It'll probably be during the early afternoon. That way I can actually do it and still have stuff to do in the evening. That is the current plan. When is it going to happen? I'll let people know. I don't want to get your hopes up and then suddenly be like, I just feel like crap. So I will let y'all know. Well, I've been talking a lot. Crappy, take us over to the reveal for who our Iron GMs are. Now, we're in the losers bracket here. Uh-oh, the ooze, watch out. In the losers bracket, though, we still follow some of the same themes. This theme is the Iron GM. The players were presented with 3 different GMs. Whoever they chose is the GM that they got. If they chose the same person, but if they chose 2 different GMs in a silent vote, they got the 3rd one, who neither chose, and they come in with a vengeance, deciding to wreak havoc and give them the worst crap they can find. Sometimes, it really depends on the GM. So who could we possibly have? Well, say hello to Iron GM number 1. Iron GM Captain N, the Game Master. That's right, it is our friend Novasol. Novasol, I love seeing your pick show up and nobody ever choosing you. We've got Iron GM 3 Anubis in a trench coat. That is indeed Polk Kitsune. And finally, Iron GM ColecoVision. A cat pun. In fact, it is cat-related pun. Well, what happened today? Will Novasol finally have the chance to shine? Our first player, Fluffy Sugar, decided to go for Polk. Our second player, Willard, decided to go for cat-related pun, which means that Novasol, our long-waiting GM, has finally been granted a chance to actually give a game out. Novasol, come and chat with me. I want to hear... Yeah, it wasn't chosen by love. It was chosen by hate, but that's okay. Hate sometimes works. Also, Xerxes, thank you for the 100 bits for the River Babies. I appreciate that. Lupine1, thank you for resubscribing. Hello there, Novasol. Oh, oops. That accidentally revealed the game. That's okay. Nobody saw it. Trust me, nobody was able to see it. Novasol, can you even hear me? Yeah, maybe not. Novasol, how about you leave and come back in? My mic isn't transmitting on stream. No, it doesn't transmit on stream until somebody comes into the chat. Okay, Novasol apparently is having mic problems. Captain N, come in. We need you to give a game. Look, everybody, I went... And because it's loser bracket, I made the layout all red and scary because somebody is going to die today.
Hello. Is this better?
Oh my gosh, Blastinus, thank you for all those gift subs. We had 5 gift subs there. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Yeah, Novasol, we can hear you loud and clear. How you doing?
I'm all right. I would say this can't be right. Why am I here? It's been like, how many times? It's been like a dozen times I've not been on.
Yeah, like we keep offering you and then they keep saying no. Oh, Cloud, thank you for all of those other gift subs. Oh my gosh, what is this? We have some seriously, we have some very generous people in chat today, which matters a lot for me because, you know, I'm not going to be traveling until April, so I need the monies.
Yeah, well, you've been gone a while, and we're all happy to be back.
I'm so happy, too, and I want to do sub choices, and I want to, like, during the week. Again, I'm not promising until I actually do them because I know what happens. As soon as I promise something, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm very much like that, Novasol. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I commit, and then I'm like, dang it. Well, that's okay, Novasol. You're committing something, and I think that it might be more crimes than anything else here.
No, this is honestly kind of a softball. If they had vetoed it, I would be guilty of several crimes for what I had as a backup.
Okay, well, how about art crime? Because I saw the title screen for this.
Yeah, no, this is Snowboard Championship for the arcade.
Yeah, what is like? It's so ugly. This screen is so ugly. How did you find it? What did you do?
Well, it's a Galeco game. I've had a few of those.
Oh, that explains
This year.
most things. Okay. Well, Galeco... wait. Did they do Blomby Car?
No, they didn't.
Okay,
They did the
why
game
does this
Blomby
game
Car
look
is
like Blomby
based
Car?
on.
Oh, okay, they did the
Ah!
Blomby Car prototype. Okay.
Buddy, no, this is clearly a snowboarding game. What are you talking about? There's not a car here.
Everybody, I'll let you decide when we get there. 3 Hams, thank you for the gift subs. You are so cool. And honestly, again, it makes a huge difference to me. I will be trying to pimp myself out a little bit more, you know. Maybe if there are enough subs, I can do a nice little dance. Or I can not dance. That can be a specific request. I think...
What dance we talking here?
I don't... what dance do you want, Novasol? That... I think that matters more.
Like... I don't know. Maybe not a pole dance. Like, I'm sure you know how to, like, do flossing.
I could do
That seems to be
pole
the
dance.
common one.
Flossing? Oh no,
Please
I'm
don't.
so bad. Justin can floss better than I can. I can do bad flossing. You know, that's right. At GDQ, I talked about how I knew how to square dance. I've done square dancing before. Novasol, have you?
I have not. I'm not that lame.
Good. I grew up in Utah. That's all. That's all we have. What is this music? I know this music. Okay. Sorry, Q-Boy. You gotta go away. We have real sound effects to listen to because everybody look at this game and tell me, doesn't this look like Blomby Car?
Clearly a snowboarding game. There's not a car in sight.
This looks like Blomby Car.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Well, let me turn the sound up real quick. Never mind, we're not getting any sound on this screen. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you won't get sound till they're actually playing it, but there is music.
Okay, that's fine. If music doesn't show up, I'll just swap over to Willard. With that said, Fluffy Sugar versus Willard J. Bradley. Both of them primed to be eliminated, but both of them have been playing extremely well, making it this far. Making it to the bracket is no joke. It's definitely difficult. And both of these players have shown that they are some of the best players out there. Oh, we've got the best surfers? This is snowboarding. We don't want the best server. No, get rid of the surfers, bring in the snowboarders. Let's do this.
Don't think about it. Just, just roll with it.
Okay. I'm checking with the players to see if they are ready to begin.
Not ready.
So am I. I don't even know what this game sounds like. Ooh, there's a hype chest on Twitch. What does it give me? A goose. I got a goose emote. Oh my gosh. Goose.
I want that. Oh, it's a goose doing the gritty? Hello.
Yeah. That's because so many people gave gift subs. Now we have a weird goose. Oh my gosh, chat,
100%.
You're so amazing. Okay, the players are ready to roll. Everybody, I want you to spam all of your gritty goose emotes, as well as anything snowboard related, including Silver Surfer, sure. Okay, that
Silver
works.
Surfer. That's honestly probably the best thing you can spam under the circumstances.
Okay, we are doing the countdown now. Spam. We've got geese. We've got surfers. We've got the good lady. Oh, yeah, she's important.
Yeah, she's pretty important.
Okay, the countdown is happening, so spam. I actually love that I made the emotes bigger than usual for this screen so that we have these giant emotes popping up. Okay, select mode combined. Okay.
Okay, Fluffy has selected the wrong mode.
You'll have to let Fluffy know. You'll have to let Fluffy know how to restart.
I am doing that now.
Okay. I am starting the timer, but okay, that's okay. Fluffy Sugar is back, resetting and getting back into it. Okay. Hey, everybody, menu boss. Sometimes the worst boss. Okay, so champion, that's right?
Yes. Because there's this kind of downhill race, and then there's also a slalom event.
Yeah, okay. Here we go, everybody. The players are playing their snurfing.
Yeah.
Like, it says the best surfers when you get to the end, so there's got to be some sort of surfing going on here. Okay, Willard qualified. Yeah, looks like Fluffy Sugar getting the hang of the controls. That's fine. Like, when you begin a Kusogrand8 race, you know that it's going to be an hour long. Really, the first half of the match, you often don't need to worry about making too much progress. It's you're in the learning phase right now, where you're figuring out how the game works. And right now, it seems like turning is kind of special.
Oh, absolutely. There's not a lot of subtlety to it. You turn really hard. You kind of have to tap it.
Yeah, see, Chad agrees that this is Blomby cars. So, question, how are we judging progress with this?
This is going to be based on score.
Okay.
They get 1 credit. And if they get disqualified from a race, they have to restart.
Gotcha.
It will display their score when they cross the finish line, even if they don't qualify for the next race.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about Fluffy Sugar restarting right after the disqualified. Sure, we didn't see the score, but we will have plenty of chances to see score later. Like, a disqualification on the first race is not going to be a winning score. Yeah. Okay,
I mean,
so
you got an
what
hour.
What are the controls for this?
Left goes left, right goes right. Button 1 accelerates, buttons 2 and 3 are brake. I don't know why there's 2 of them, but there are.
Which button is the yeah button?
The game's just doing that on its own.
I want a yeah button. I want a woo, like Roadrunner Death Valley Rally, which was at GDQ, by the way. It has dedicated beep beep buttons. And also sticking your tongue out button. It's a good one.
I always love when games just let you make honking or beeping noises whenever you want.
Yeah, same.
Like, if a game lets you get in a car and you can't honk, like, that's literally unplayable.
Agreed. Oh, that's right, Novasol. I'm not making a game with a car, but if I did, I would totally do that. I'm still doing some revision stuff for the next 20 levels of Magpie, though. I saw that they raced Magpie recently in Mystery Tournament, and that got me super excited. The game that I made, it's just really happy for me.
It's always a nice feeling.
Yeah.
How well did they do?
I don't know. I haven't gone and seen the VOD yet. I need to go do that. I was working, Novasol. I was very busy.
That's fair.
But, like, it's so flattering. I love... there were some weird things with Mystery Tournament where I thought I was signed up, but apparently I was signed up in the wrong place, so I didn't actually get in. Yeah. Hey, Mystery Tournament, take it from me. If somebody signs up and it's not in the right place, you just figure out how to get them in the right place, okay? That's what we do with Kusogrand8. Like, if people are trying to sign up, they're in. We want to torture them.
One time I tried. Like, it didn't go through when I tried to sign up, and they just let me in anyway.
What? They just let you in?
Yeah? I had tried to sign up. Then I lost immediately, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had menu boss in this game. Apparently, sign-up boss for me is real. Yeah, with that said, we have some referees who are helping to track these matches and are doing a fantastic job. I'm going to open this document up so I can see what they are all about. Yeah, in fact, our referees for this first match are Toasty Stoat has his winter coat. Well, that's good, Stoat. Get that coat. Okay, Linkura, the top surfer. Oh, I'm so glad that we have the top surfer judging the snowboarding game. That's so
wow,
good.
the top surfer.
The top surfer. We've also got Blastinus going over some sweet jumps, and the closest Clades has ever gotten to snowboarding is sledding too fast and ending up in the creek. Actually, I guess that's a question for you, Novasol. Have you ever snowboarded?
I've never snowboarded. I grew up in the South. We barely got snow ever. The one time I got to do anything fun with it, I sledded down a hill and I got so much speed that I crashed right through a fence.
Okay, let me just say that doing anything fun in the snow and snowboarding are two separate things. Because I have done snowboarding, and simply put, when you have not learned how to do snowboarding yet, it's not fun. It is a lot of falling down. You get super tired, which honestly, like, I'm glad it was a really good workout, but holy crap, it kicked my butt. I still went down like 5 or 6 times, you know? Probably more than that, maybe 10 times. The best
I'd
part,
be more
though,
concerned about falling over. I'm built for power, not finesse.
yeah, it just takes a while. Like, learning to ride any sort of vehicle. I guess you can consider it a vehicle. It takes time to learn how to ride a bike and stay up on it. But once you do, you've got it.
I do not know how to ride a bike. Never really had the opportunity.
We should teach you, Novasol.
I would fall down and die.
We can put training wheels on. It'll be great.
I am not going to be a 41-year-old man.
I have no shame left in my life. I totally would.
Well, I do. I absolutely do.
Come over to my house and we'll get rid of all your shame.
It's a critical failing. What? No, I'm not.
Okay, well then don't visit me. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna say that you're not consenting to it.
Am I allowed to keep my shame if I do?
You know, it's all about consent, so sure, you can keep your shame. Yeah, so right now, we should probably let Fluffy know not to reset before the score pops up because the refs are upset.
I told them not to do that. It's in the instructions.
Yeah, with that said, they have been instructed. So I'm just giving a reminder. You know, every once in a while, reminder helps. And honestly, Novasol, I know how it goes when you're preparing for a match for Kusogrand8.
Mm-hmm.
At least when I prepare for stuff, I'm usually going to miss something. So
yeah, but yeah.
So I'm just sending out the reminder. With that said, because we couldn't see a score, that one just doesn't count. That's how it goes. You don't show us a score, we can't record the score. There's
exactly.
no yeah, world records require records. You have to record the record. And if you're a snowboarder going for world record and then you just reset before the judges put their numbers up, it's too bad. Too bad, snowboarder. Joe, what who are you in this game anyway? Like, is there a story to this?
I don't know. I think you're just either John Europe, John USA, or I don't know what the other country is. I think it's Japan. I don't know if there's any more story to this than there is any other Gaelco game.
Yeah, so in general, like, in my opinion, resetting in order to start over pretty quickly kind of makes sense. You know, you do want to have as many opportunities through the match as you can, knowing that, like, your score can't be recorded if you reset is something that's important for the players to know. And with that said, I still don't think a score in the first 10 minutes is going to be the winning score. Although we have seen in some games that somebody had a very good push and somehow ended up on top. You never really know, like, what's going to happen. So you want to get those scores recorded whenever possible.
Yeah, this game is about 15 minutes long, so they've got a lot of time to post up some good numbers.
390. There we go.
I mean, for all we know, that's the personal best.
Okay.
No,
yes, that is a personal best currently for Fluffy Sugar because I believe Fluffy had a better run earlier, but not a big deal. You know, we'll be able to see what happens with score later on. Willard currently has a PB of 408. I'm actually going to slap the tracker up on the screen in just a little bit so that y'all can see what the current scores are. Again, our referees have made such a difference this year, helping to make sure that we actually know what is going on in these matches. I can't believe that we went so long without having, like, referees helping out.
it makes so much of a difference.
Yeah, y'all. You don't even know. Well, you might know.
So, Willard just finished the level with a little bit of an extra mechanic. There are certain tricks, like doing loops, where if you do them, it takes a second and a half off your clock. But more importantly, it pauses the clock while you're doing the trick.
Ooh.
So you get a lot of time for your quota by hitting them.
Gotcha. Well, there we go. Not the loveliest looking capture that I've had for a high score tracker, but there you go. We've got Fluffy Sugar and Willard J. Bradley, with Willard in a definite lead at this point. Now, everything can change. You never know what's going to happen in Kusogrand8. Yeah,
Willard is doing extremely well, though.
By the way, I do want to say thank you. There are people in chat now acknowledging that they got a gift sub, saying thank you. Thank you again to everybody who gave out some of those gift subs today. That, like, it matters so much to me. It really does. Like, the fact that I'm able to do this. Of course, I really want to pick up Steam. I want to work on playing my own games. I want to work on developing my games so that I have another set of levels to torture people with. That's what life's about, Novasol. It's torturing people.
Oh yeah, that's why we're playing Definitely Not Blondie Car.
Definitely not Blondie Car. Although Blondie Car appeared to be maybe a little more controllable, but I'm not sure. So,
yeah, that game is pretty consistent. This one's very... Once you lose control, you're gonna hit a wall.
Oh, qualified for Fluffy Sugar. I believe that's the first time Fluffy's made it through the flags. And look at that score. Both players getting significant buffs here. I like it. Buffs? Whatever. They're both making good pushes here.
Still anyone's game.
Well, no, it's one of these two people's games. Very specifically, these two people. Literally, almost not... Like, between anyone's game and one person's game, it's literally only one step away from one person's game. It's two people's games. Novasol.
I didn't know we were having pedantry class today.
Aha! Well, too bad. Take that, nerd. So apparently this is a game that came out in 1997 for arcade. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad for 97. Not the best. Like,
I would disagree. By 97, we had some really nice stuff. Like, there was some revolutionary stuff happening over, like, Capcom at that point. Namco had a lot of nice output in this time period. This just looks...
I mean,
wrong.
Sure, most of them, like, were probably moving into the 3D era. Slash, already very far into the... Yeah. I mean, what, Namco had Armadillo Racing? That sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
But you gotta get some armadillos.
You roll up as an armadillo and you roll around. Like, it looks like Monkey Ball. A little bit, but it's a racing game where you're an armadillo. That's pretty fantastic. There was an Austin Powers arcade game that came out in 97 as well. That I don't immediately see any pictures of it, and that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
There was apparently a Bloody Roar arcade game from '97.
Pretty sure that's the original. Like the PlayStation game is a port.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I didn't realize that Bloody Roar started as a 3D game. Okay. Yeah, 3D fighting game. Great. How can I be a furry and not have ever played Bloody Roar? What's the problem with me?
Well, you say you want to do more streams.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do that more, everybody. Yeah,
So,
there was also
alright.
an arcade game that came out in '97 called Super Game, made by a company, Sock Game. What is Super Game? What the crap is?
I'm sure I've played it, but I can't place it offhand. The problem is I've played everything Name will run. So
Okay.
everything just kind of runs together in my brain. So a name doesn't mean anything to me a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I have to actually see it.
So I do have a question, because there were 3 different snowboarders to choose from the beginning of the game, from Europe, Japan, and US. Do any of them have advantages or disadvantages, or are they all essentially the same?
I tried all 3 of them. It didn't feel like they were different.
Cool. Yeah, and I figure it's not necessarily bad. Like, I think Willard swapped to one of the different snowboarders for a little while.
Yeah.
And is back to the default one. Default's just faster to choose. I would still probably, every time that I played, try one of the other boarders out, just because I get bored.
Yeah, I played through the game with all 3 of them. I didn't really notice a difference between them.
So apparently most of the controls for this game, obviously turning, but there's a button to go
Yes.
faster.
It's just accelerate. You either accelerate or you brake.
Okay,
The
so
game makes you think you have to mash it, but you don't. You can just hold it.
gotcha. What's the bar at the top left?
That's the progress through the course.
Okay, gotcha. So that's a good way to see, am I looking like I'm going to complete the course on time?
Yes.
If so, great. And if not, then you can hit that reset real quick.
Well, no, because we need to see the score.
Well, I mean, if you don't care about getting to the score because you had a crappy run.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is completely allowed. Unless otherwise stated. Now, so you've got the focus on steering, the button that speeds you up, / if you don't push it, you slow down. That's very much like any type of racing game that I play. Sure, this isn't a racing game, but I put a lot of focus on trying to make sure that I know, like, if I'm, like, especially if turns are coming up, I ease off the gas quite a bit if I'm fairly new to the game. Because slowing down just a tiny bit is a lot better than bouncing into these freaking walls.
Yeah, you really don't want to brake, especially later on. You just don't have the time for it.
Yeah, but when you're first learning a course, it's probably not a bad
Yeah.
idea. The courses do not change as far as I'm aware. They're always going to be the same.
They do not. They're always the same. So there is memorization going on. So even on a failed run, it can be worth it to play through just to see what's ahead of you.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Fluffy Sugar disqualified. Score of 451. Not a good enough score to get a new PB, but PBs don't come on trees. I don't think they do. Peanut butter is definitely from the peanut plant, and those are in the ground.
Yeah.
Have you picked peanuts before?
Yes, actually.
Oh, cool. They're such weird plants. They look like weeds, and then you pull them out, and you're like,
Yep.
well, weeds with a bunch of peanuts that were in the ground, apparently. Okay. It's
Yep. Like,
almost
there are a
like
bunch of-
pulling potatoes, except very small potatoes that are peanuts.
Yeah, there's a bunch of peanut farms in Georgia, and I lived right next to Georgia. So
Yeah.
I've been a few times.
Well, good. Recommended, everybody. Pick some peanuts if you get the chance. Now, Fluffy getting some really good speed on that course. There we go. Yeah, the players are really figuring out how to play the first race very, very well. And that's important. So that you can get through and move on to the later races quicker. Willard getting the loop-de-loop qualifying. Let's see what this score is. Currently 695, a new PB. Willard could potentially pass Fluffy Sugar here. We'll have to see.
If you finish the game, you'll get a score in the low 2000s-ish. Most likely.
Gotcha.
So 20 minutes in, they've seen about half of what the game is.
Okay. So whenever you get a fault in this game, does that add a second onto your time or something? It looks like it.
It adds a little bit, I think. The bigger issue is if you hit the flag, you slow down.
Yeah, don't hit flags. Okay, Willard doing pretty well on this race. I'm not sure if Willard's going to finish this one specifically, but this will probably...
Oh, it's right there.
Qualified. Yeah. Very nice. Fluffy Sugar doing a little slalom here. Okay. Yeah, I believe that's a significant PB for Willard. It's getting updated, and Willard is now in the lead. Fantastic.
Well, it's just keeps going back and forth.
I do enjoy the chats asking when the players get eaten by Yeti. Now, I will say, Ski Free is on skis. The snowboarders are considered evil in Ski Free. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, if you are on a slope and there are both skiers and snowboarders, there are also knives. They're going to stab each other. That's just the nature of the hill, you know?
So when I was rolling out this game, Willard asked me, on a scale from Ski Free to SX Tricky, where does this fall? And I told him, what if there was a secret third cursed option?
Yeah, called Blomby Car.
It's not Blomby Car.
What's the third option?
We're not going to talk about it.
You're keeping...
It's definitely not Blomby Car!
Okay, you go ahead and keep your secrets. Now, from what I can see, this was made by the company OMK Software, published by Galeco, if I'm not mistaken. OMK Software made other stuff like El Descubrimiento de America. Yeah, that's the discovery of America. Specifically, you play as Christopher Columbus. Once you get support from the Catholic monarchs, do you have to go and negotiate with the Catholic monarchs? If so, that could be fun. Yeah. However, I'm not sure I want to play Genocide Simulator. We'll go ahead and skip that for now. It's Columbus! Come on!
I mean, wasn't he Portuguese? This is a Spanish dub.
No, Columbus was Spanish. What are you talking about?
Maybe, look, I clearly don't know American history.
Mindezi and Psycho Volpes, thank you so much for resubscribing. Good to have you here. Wait, Columbus was Italian? Oh, we are in so much trouble.
You were both wrong! Look, I majored in English, not history.
I majored in American history, but it was like U.S. history, not the rest of the Americas. I didn't care about Christopher Columbus. He's a poser.
It's not like we have a holiday dedicated to him or anything.
So, you know what? Guess what? He's Italian, but his missions were Spanish. There you go, Noah Sol.
Okay. All right.
That's why we're confused. Yeah, apparently Italians were like, we hate you, Columbus. And then Spain's like, whatever, sure. Come on over.
I see. Columbus Day is like St. Patrick's Day for Italian. See, I'm not Italian, so that explains why I didn't know.
Yeah, and honestly, I can respect people's individual celebrations. Go ahead and, like, even if we, like, there are a lot of problematic figures in history. Yeah, and if it's part of your own specific heritage, then I don't mind. I have no reason to celebrate Columbus. And in fact, I'd personally rather not, because I don't really...
Ooh.
I don't know. I know a lot of the problems that came from that, and I feel like my history is more filled with people who contributed to those problems. Yeah. Ah, good. Other people are saying we can replace Columbus with other Italian Americans like Enrico Fermi. Isn't that the guy who did the Fermi paradox? Do you know what
Not offhand, I don't remember what it is.
Oh, he created the first artificial nuclear reactor? Okay. That's cool.
Columbus was fine and all, but I bet he couldn't snow. That's
I will
true.
say
I
Da
don't think he
Vinci
could
was
snowboard.
not Italian American. Let me clear this up. Da Vinci, not Italian American. I can definitely say that. Wait, Fermi created the Furby? In that case, yeah, let's celebrate him.
What, that curse thing? Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, and the Fermi paradox is the discrepancy between the lack of conclusive evidence of advanced extraterrestrial life and the apparent high likelihood of its existence. It's like, okay, there supposedly is a high chance of aliens, but we haven't seen aliens. What the crap? Except apparently just a couple weeks ago, there were people in California who were like, well, okay, we saw a bunch of aliens. Did you hear about that?
No, but it sounds like they may just not be getting enough oxygen from all the fires.
That could be it. Yeah, there was a YouTuber I'm following who was like, well, I'm one of those people now. Now I can say I've seen the aliens. And he's like, great, now I have to be grouped in with all these other people.
Oh, we got Fluffy Sugar back in the lead.
Yeah, apparently in Fresno, California, there have been a lot of UFO sightings recently, so that's interesting.
I mean, we had the whole drone thing on the East Coast. Like, I don't know what's going on with these people.
Well, I can say, like, when it comes to UFOs, if you look into the sky and you don't see anything, it's a UFO. Bam. There you go. UFOs exist. Because you have not identified what the flying object is. Bam.
Cannot argue that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a disqualification. 927, so close, Willard.
And then the U.S. government basically said, yeah, they're aliens. And then we're all just like, okay, that literally changes nothing because we all still do not completely believe, but kind of do. It's like, it was even fine for the government to straight up say it, and it changed nobody's opinion. Yeah, I enjoy this character's enthusiasm for running into these, like, plastic orange fences. Those fences, honestly, are really good for snowboarding because if you're going fast and you crash into one, like, it's not going to really hurt that much. It'll stretch a little bit, but, like, it's more like a net.
I mean, it looks like they're just bouncing right off of them, though.
Yeah, you're not going to bounce quite as much in real life. You're probably going to get stuck and tangled up in the net, you know. Have to have somebody come and be like, okay, get out of the net, Davey. Get out of the net. You got to get to the bottom of the hill now, Davey.
Gotta do it in under 50 seconds, Davey.
No, you've been in this net for quite a while, Davey.
Well, you didn't go through the flags, Davey. Not a lot of variety with this game, but it is kind of hard. Willard has noted as much in chat.
Yeah,
in the match
like,
chat.
I don't mind the lack of diversity when it comes to the levels, though, somehow. I mean, similar to Blondie Car, you know, that didn't have a whole lot of variety. Very hard, but still very entertaining somehow.
I just like the bonks when they hit a wall. Yes!
I saw somebody run into a wall and it said fault, and I'm like, is it though? I feel like if running into a wall is a fault, I'm going to be getting faults every day. My gosh, I've got bad coordination, Novasol.
Yeah, I was about to say, it is kind of a fault that you might want to look into.
No, I was talking to my parents when I was visiting for Thanksgiving, and like, because I got diagnosed with autism, I was like, what weird things did I do as a kid? And they're like, well, you fell over a lot. And I didn't start walking until I was about 4 years old, and before I started crawling, I just would scoot on my butt. Just scoot around on my butt. That was my method of transportation, the butt scoot. But yeah, they're like, when you started walking, yeah, we just had to watch out because you would always fall and hit your head. I'm like, yeah, okay, so I was a heck of a lot clumsier than all the other kids, Novasol. I still am a little bit, yeah. Especially if I'm stressed out trying to do any fine motor skill stuff, is really, really funny. It just feels like I have lumps for hands, and I'm like, I can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm just a big uncoordinated lump of muscle, so I just bang my head on stuff all the time. You know, before my spine just kind of went out on me, I was 6'4". I would just bang my head on every car door.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of my worst injuries was from hitting my head on a car, trying to get inside. Yeah, I ended up cutting my ear and having to get multiple stitches. Yeah, don't do that. I hit my head plenty as a kid, though. Like, bang, bam, bam, just whacking on things. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes on accident. Usually on accident.
I hope I don't ever go bald, because my head's got a lot of scars on it. From random stuff.
Yeah. Well, don't do that, Novasol. I don't know. Scars can be cool, though. Are they cool scars?
Not the ones on my head.
You need cooler scars, then.
I had a knife jam through my right hand. That one still has a scar.
I don't like that. Okay, that's kind of cool, but no. Do I have any hand scars? I used to have. Oh my gosh, I used to have scars from my sister. Not Essentia, a different one. I have 4 sisters, and this is the evil sister. Who on the bus would just like to dig her nails into my arm and make me bleed. And I had scars from that for like a good decade or two. Like, they finally disappeared. But my gosh. Yeah, she's the one we don't talk to in our family these days, like all of our family. But also, she's the one who cut us out somehow. I don't know. It was weird.
Oh, disqualified.
Ooh, that's okay. 1109 is still a high score, putting Willard J. Bradley in first. We've seen a lot of swapping back and forth between Fluffy Sugar and Willard J. Bradley. You know, Fluffy is not very far behind. All it takes is one good run to move into the lead. And remember, the players don't know where they are or how well they're doing compared to the other players. They are just trying to push themselves. If they happen to drop their high score in the, or like talk about things that they've seen in the Discord, then that can be something that tips off the other player. Like, occasionally when I've played in Kusogrand8, I've seen people talk about things that they just stumbled across, and I'm like, oh, I'm past that. That means I'm in the lead. And then I get really confident. Or sometimes I see them talk about something that I haven't seen, and I'm like, okay, I really, really need to just ignore all of this extra stupid stuff that I've been getting and just focus on completing levels so that I can catch up. Like, that's one of the dangerous things about talking in Discord, that you can sometimes tip off to other people, like, how well you're doing, and give them confidence. Yeah.
That's why when I get chatty in Discord during matches, I always keep it vague. Because if something stupid happened, I know you saw it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, you know, at least somebody saw it. 1172 for Fluffy Sugar. That is a new lead. Again, Fluffy taking it away from Willard. Like,
it's just going back and forth.
Back and forth between these two. I love this.
Yeah, Fluffy Sugar struggled at the start, but this is a major turnaround.
Yeah, both of the players are doing fantastic. Like, I honestly have no idea who's going to take the victory. In fact, do you think there's any chance that we could see a game completion?
Absolutely. This game's only 15 minutes long.
Cool.
And it doesn't really get different. It just gets harder. It's the same stuff you've already seen.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Qualified. I'm so glad that they qualified.
Do best.
Oh, yeah. We're going to keep seeing the score go up and up. Of course, that's until Fluffy Sugar gets a game over, in which case there will be backtracking.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! That looked pretty silly.
Costly. Missed out on the bonus time and got slowed down. That's probably it.
I mean, when you can't see the tunnel coming that you have to go through.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How are you going to know that you need to hit it? It's not possible.
The fences, too. The fences aren't telegraphed either.
Yeah, this game doesn't it doesn't really help you out when it comes to level design. It's just good luck.
The level design is you stay on the middle path as best you can, and then you'll be fine.
Oh, no! The bonk! Fluffy Sugar, that is overtime, but still a new personal best.
Yep. Should be 1290. Yep.
I think one of the NPCs just put a snowboard into the girl standing next to him, which is a little weird. Like, I don't understand the animations from everybody. We've got the guy with the telescope just standing there before this has even started, looking through it, being like, da-di-da-di-da. You're not going to see anything looking through a telescope like that, okay? Like, you really, it's very hard to pinpoint what you're looking for. Nerd. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to say that guy needs to learn how to use tools.
I mean, to me, like, it's snow in the middle of the day. Wouldn't the sun glare be absolutely insane?
Depends on the angle.
Use a telescope?
It really depends on the angle. If the sun is reflecting off the snow towards you, then yes, that's going to be a nightmare. And honestly, based off of what I'm seeing here, the way that the snow's lit up, probably not the best idea. Although, if it's a very low-powered telescope, it's probably going to be fine. It's still not super easy to see with it. But, you know, you're just looking for a little dot of a snowboarder, like, going down the slope, so maybe you can see them fine? I don't know. Just don't get anything high-powered. That's when you're going to start burning your retinas.
All right, if Willard can clear this level, we'll probably hit a new record.
Ooh. Come on, Willard. You can do it. Willard's going a little slow, but that's fine. Slow is better than bonking. Yeah, that's about half of the track and half of the time. Yeah, time definitely becomes a crunch here. I don't know if Willard's going to be able to get through this.
Gonna have to speed up.
No,
Oh, well,
multiple faults. Oh, that might be it for Willard's. It still could be a PB. We'll have to see. Yeah, passing the 50-second mark is a disqualification, but what is this score? 11:43. That is a PB. Not high enough to pass Fluffy Sugar. Now, we've got 20 minutes left. This is time for the players to really crack down and try to make progress. They can do it.
Fluffy Sugar has gotten past that slalom. So they do have knowledge of what comes after, which is important because it stops telegraphing stuff.
Yeah.
Player 3, ready, 2, 1,
go! Come on, nerd, go down the hill. Yeah.
Want to get that loop? Woo! Do they actually have loops like that in actual snowboarding? I would assume not.
No, that's not something you do. That would be a liability. Like, as soon as you put a loop-de-loop, you're getting lawsuits. I'm sorry, but if you're snowboarding, you probably have more money than I do because it costs a lot of money to go and do snowboarding. Like, I hear the prices that people pay for, like, a season pass, and I'm like, what the crap, you demented fool. But okay, if that's what you love, you go for it. I know people spending more money than that on retro games. Not me, but other people. Yeah, if you love it, go ahead. But if you've got that kind of money and you go on a loop-de-loop and your thigh explodes, then you are getting a lawyer because you spent a lot of money to have your thigh explode.
I mean, to be fair, no one made you go through the loop. You can just go around it. You can go around it.
Have you ever been on a snowboard? Sometimes it's a little bit hard to steer. Sometimes you just go down the loop-de-loop because that's where you're going. That's just what's going to happen.
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
That is it is for me. Yeah, that's the dangerous thing. Having like people who are a little less skilled going down your death trap.
Player 3, ready, 2, 1, go!
Action park of snowboarding.
I don't think I know Action Park.
Oh, you should absolutely go learn about Action Park.
Okay. It was in New Jersey.
A legendarily unsafe amusement park.
Okay. While extremely popular, it had a reputation for poorly designed rides, undertrained and underage staff, intoxicated guests and staff, and a consequently poor safety record. Okay. Apparently, healthcare workers and local residents named it Traction Park, Accident Park, Class Action Park, and Friction Park. Oh no! I need to learn more about this. This is amazing.
You absolutely do. Go look at the Alpine ride that they had. I think I saw a video of that once, and it's like, yeah, you could not pay me enough money to ever do this.
Oh, the loop-de-loop one?
The Alpine ride at Class Action Park.
Okay. I mean, I looked up Alpine Park, Action Park Alpine.
I don't know what it's actually called. It's like one of those mountain rides. There's so many good videos of death trap attractions there, though.
Yeah, I'm very curious. Now, one thing that this game doesn't address is ski lifts. knows all, I need to talk to you about ski lifts because they're amazing. Why?
Okay.
Because the one time that I went to do snowboarding pretty extensively instead of just going to a hill and sliding down a few times, I went to a resort. And you ride the ski lift, which first off, you're really high up above the snow, seeing people sliding beneath you, and it's terrifying because, there's not a whole lot holding you there. But then finally you get to the top, and you don't know what it's going to look like. But then it goes up over the hill, and there's a tiny slope down to where essentially you get off of the ski lift and slide down to a safety area before you go down the mountain. And most of the time when I was riding, there was a pile of bodies at the like right after getting off of the ski lift, and I'm like, there's no hope. I'm just gonna have to go and join the pile of bodies. So, you get off the ski lift, slide a little bit, run into everybody, fall on top of them, and then it's just more piles of bodies.
You look at the pile of bodies and you say, couldn't be me. I'm built different.
Oh, no, but it was me right after. It's honestly so comedic. Like, if you have never had that experience before, totally worth it just to see the pile of bodies. You have to go, like, when it's like a family day or something like that, because otherwise you might have people who are too good.
And poor Willard keeps having a real rough time on that one slalom level.
Yeah, but if Willard can manage to beat it, that will be a good chance for Willard to actually move into the lead. Like, Willard, especially these early levels, look at how fast Willard is going.
Yeah?
Yeah, and
not only that, but
go ahead.
Not only that, when you get a fast time, you get a huge score bonus.
Yeah, so getting a good time early on in these levels is very advantageous, It will keep accumulating more and more score. Getting a 43.2 in the final 10 minutes of the match, you might consider doing a reset there, but at the same time, it's very important that the players just do well at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Willard, after level 1, really seems to take things a lot more carefully than Fluffy Sugar, and I think that while that helps Willard make more consistent progress, I think that it is being... Maybe it's just this level's a little slower to begin with.
I mean, taking it slow is nice early, but it backfires later on because you really need to be going fast. So you get used to going fast early, and then you can do it easier later.
Good. Yeah, everybody, I will learn about the Alpine Slide. I want to watch the Defunct Land video as you're all talking about Action Park, because Action Park sounds like the type of nightmare I need to know about.
Oh, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Like, I hear about, we've got an amusement park in Utah named Lagoon that essentially has a monopoly on amusement parks. Yay, thank you, Utah. Yeah, it's way overpriced for what it is. But when my parents were kids, they would go, and there was a fun house that had, like, the Hall of Mirrors, the Mirror Maze, other, like, spinny things that kids would jump on, and it would fling them off. And they talked about all of the injuries, broken bones and stuff, and that it was just kind of expected. You go into the fun house, whether or not you make it out with all of your limbs intact was a question. But that was just their childhood. They're like, I miss that. And I'm like, oh, great. They miss absolutely being destroyed by some sort of corporation that couldn't but be bothered to put safety mechanisms in their fun house.
Buddy, that stuff costs money.
Yeah, you know what it doesn't cost? Resolving the lawsuits if you don't do it. Yeah. Oh,
And-
Willard bonking on the
oh.
fence. That's a few seconds lost, but as long as Willard can Get
Well, crucially, Willard also missed the loop.
no, Willard
Which
got the
hurts.
first loop.
Oh, well. Never mind.
There we go.
Made that one
44.8.
too. Alright.
Okay,
7-10, alright.
so we're getting to some of the harder levels. Yeah, Willard, all you really need to do is get through this fairly consistently. Like, don't take it slow, but remember what you've learned. That's the hard thing about this. Like, remembering the
They all
layout
kinda
of
run
each
the-
of the levels. Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
bonus
that
time.
was-
What, multiple
That
times?
was BS.
Did Willard get the bonus multiple times?
I don't know. It looked like he bonked inside the tunnel.
I like that. No,
Is
I
that
think
an
it was just
exploitable
one-time
mechanic?
bonus. Like, sure, it was a bonk, but he still got the bonus, so that's cool. Oh, and still got the bonus despite not going in the tunnel? Willard! Why are you breaking the game like this? I think Willard's gonna beat this map.
Oh, he's right at the end, yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is so good. $886, okay. Still work to do. We're close to the players' final attempts. They really want
Yeah.
to do well here.
I feel like after this one, they got one more in them. Fault.
No fault.
Oh, Willard's doing really great.
Fault. Yeah, Willard might be able to get through this. What? Oh, there's not much time. Got to do it before the 50-second mark. But he's right at the end. No faults might.
No!
No!
1
Disqualified.
second.
Oh, my heart of hearts.
Fluffy sugar? Just hitting 3 sides in a row?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, we
don't
get
do
to see
that.
the Japanese one.
Okay.
The Japanese surfer.
Yeah, yellow board.
1, go!
Just so you know, everybody, we've got 2 more matches after this, so if you are having fun, kick back and relax. We've got more Kusogrand8 on its way. Of course, thank you for everybody who has been patient, who has been if you've been waiting for like a good month or so because I've been gone to GDQ and to Anthro New England, thank you for your patience. I'm glad that like we are on the bracket and gonna be wrapping things up. The person who gets eliminated from this match, by the way, yes, they will be out, but we still have prizes for them. And that is what makes me happy. Thank you, everybody who has subscribed to help support that as well. That definitely is helpful. Just so you know, we are giving out some Steam games to the people eliminated for round 1. $5 of Steam games. Not a whole bunch, but you know what? Have a gift card. Take it. As well as the movie Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. The Martians had it coming. You know, especially if Santa could beat them.
I don't know. He's got quite a manufacturing capacity behind him.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Yeah, well, I mean, if you attack when your enemy's sleeping, they have no chance. That's how you defeat the Martins. The Martins?
The
No.
Martins?
Yeah.
I mean, probably also the Martins.
Oh, those Martins.
Where's my Santa versus the Martins movie?
You can go make one. I don't care. Whatever.
I mean, look, I can't afford Martin Lawrence and Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, how many? There have to be a lot of actors named Martin. We could gather them all up and just shove them into a movie and make them deal with it. Your career lies on this. Better make it good. Oh, yeah, the stoat. in chat now talking about martins. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I know pine martins. I know I don't want them to bite me. It's scary. Okay, Willard getting a little over 500 points. Like, there's not much time, but I think they can still get a PB.
That 5 minutes is enough time. These courses are 50 seconds.
I mean, at most, unless you get the time
At
bonus.
most.
Yeah, okay, it's a little deceitful. There are time bonuses here.
I mean, you figure about a minute for each course, given load times and whatnot.
Yeah. You know, I will say, having done snowboarding, and I haven't done downhill skiing, but I've done cross-country skiing. No matter what, though, snowboarding's better than cross-country skiing. The most boring sport in the world. It's like... It's like they took hiking and then put skis on you. It's bad.
I wouldn't know what that's like. I've never had skis before.
Okay. Well, have you ever gone hiking?
Yeah.
Okay, have you hiked in snow?
Yep.
Now just imagine
I guess it's
hiking in
that.
snow, except that you are sliding a bunch. And you have
sounds
skis
kinda
attached
fun.
to your feet. And it's mostly flat, but you have to slide. And you don't cross those skis, because if you do, you're going to break an ankle.
You had me until the break an ankle part. The rest of that sounded kind of fun.
Don't break an ankle then. Okay, Willard getting a good time. Fluffy
we're
just
getting
a
some
little
great
bit
times.
behind. Yeah, Willard just skipping as fast as possible to try to get to this level and get more points. I understand.
This is slalom from hell.
Yeah, if the players can beat the slalom from hell, then that could be new PBs. Willard, come on. It's fine. One fault,
Oh,
not
no!
bad. A fault is better than a bonk.
2 faults, probably not great.
Yeah, Willard's gonna have to play the rest of this almost perfect. Willard's
And if you
okay.
and if you stay on the middle line, you can
This
make
isn't
it.
gonna
But no,
happen.
not. Oh, that's heartbreaking. They both failed.
That is
That's
how it goes. Let's see what
Yeah,
the
that's
scores
gonna
are.
be it.
11-29, not high enough for Willard. Fluffy Sugar, not high enough as well. There's not time for another chance, so I think that we will probably call it there.
Yeah, that's probably the right move.
Yeah, just checking to see if the players are ready. Okay, that's official then. That is time. Yay, GG to the players. Great job. We are done, though, with Snowboard Championship for the arcade, with our winner being Fluffy Sugar. Getting a score of 1290. Willard J. Bradley really not that far behind. It was a very close match for both of them. I'm going to welcome them in to come and chat if they would like. Yeah, how do you feel that they did?
They did extremely well. They got through most of the game.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know how many levels were left, but not too many.
No.
There we go. We've got Fluffy Sugar in here. Hello, Fluffy, and congratulations. It looks like you got a score of 1290, Willard with 1143. Not very far behind, but the lead kept changing between you back and forth, and it got really exciting there.
Oh, I'm glad we could put on a show. That was a frustrating game. I don't know if it came through, but the fact that left moved the board to its right, my brain kept trying to think from the perspective of the snowboarder, And the early parts of that, I just kept turning and running straight into walls because of that.
Oh no. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, well, we've got Willard in here as well. Hello there, Willard.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. So
Hello.
Fluffy was just telling us about the nightmare of the controls here. Was that similar to your experience?
I was using an Xbox controller with an analog stick, so it felt fine to me.
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay. Yeah, the nightmare was more just like pushing a direction and having the player move, or the character
yeah, I mean,
move the opposite direction from what you
it
expected.
definitely threw me off a couple times early, running into walls, but
My brain did not want to adjust to that. I did eventually, but then occasionally, if there was a long straightaway, it would still reset.
Oh, that's a little nightmarish. I don't really love that, but at the same time, that's just sort of how these games go sometimes. You don't know. Yeah.
did the other buttons do anything?
Two of them were break.
Yes,
I don't know why both
did.
of them were break, but
I
It
did at
was
one
like-
point just get back to stage 1, and I was like, yeah, let's test this for a little bit. This is
like-
the easy stage.
Did it break even if you were holding down the acceleration button, or did you have to let go of the other button? Because I saw no like visual cues of braking, so I wasn't
you
sure.
Just get slower. I think you have to let go of accelerator, but I did not test that interaction.
Yeah, I was
Probably
looking
should've.
for a visual cue. Like, if I'm accelerating, my character should like crouch more or something, but there was
Right.
nothing.
They didn't even finish the animation for when you bounce off a wall.
That's true. So, question, was
Sure.
the first special slalom, was it always going to be that tight? Because I feel like the best time I got was a 49.1.
The slaloms are really mean. And
Clearly,
Fluffy
yeah.
Sugar, you came out ahead because you beat that one hellish slalom
Yeah.
at one time.
The third and the sixth stages, yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, they are evil. But with that said, like, you both did very well. I think it's just Fluffy's one good attempt is really what put them in the lead. Like,
Mhm.
Yep.
I love how much it changed lead between the two of you throughout the entire
It was
match.
constant.
Like,
It was
so much fun.
constantly changing.
Yeah, that's what I love to see. Like, even though Willard, you're eliminated, that is still a fantastic way to go. Like, you put in
I'm so
some
sad.
great work. Oh no, no more bad games for you. You know what though?
It's just that I really wanted to get a win so I could break my record last year because I went 0-2 in brackets last time.
Oh,
And
no.
I'm like,
Didn't I eliminate you last year too? I feel bad about
I played
No
some weird
assault.
like 2-player CD collectathon on the NES, and then the second game was like some weird NES platformer with some weird magic shenanigans, and they were interesting, but nah. And then this time I got 2 score attacks, and I'm like, I don't like score attack.
Yeah, well, at the same time, like, the main thing with score attack for this is just go fast.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's very much a race type of score attack. So even though it technically is, it's still it's one that I think I personally enjoy a little bit more.
Yeah, it's still just if you beat the level, you're gonna get more points.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
but yeah, just having to get all the way back to level 6 every time was rough.
Very
And-
difficult. Yeah.
I was so
Need
close.
more
I think I got a couple 51s on that level 6.
that. Yeah.
And it'd be like, if I just didn't hit that one, I hit the same banner, flag, or whatever, like twice in a row, and I was cursing to myself. But GG's.
Yeah.
You win.
GG's. Well, Willard,
that
we have a
one good run on
tradition
that.
here where after you're eliminated, we need your final words for your tombstone. So, do you have any last words for us?
Dang, I didn't know I was gonna be on the spot.
Oh no! Like, I like the.
Just
Can you imagine
guttural,
that on
Just
an
guttural,
actual
guttural
guttural
noises.
noises.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Ivan West summed it up very well.
Oh,
Those are
I'm
your
going back-
official final words
Going back
here.
to 1080 snowboarding.
Well, great job here, and thank you again, Fluffy Sugar. Congratulations on the win. You'll be moving on to face more fears. And Willard, hit me up later again. You get $10 worth of Steam, or $5 worth of Steam games, as well as a copy of Santa Claus Conquers the Martian, so I can get those sent out
Heck
whenever.
yeah. Love to hear it.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care, you two. And Novasol, thank you so much for the game.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. Well, everybody, we've got 2 more games coming up. So let me go ahead and swap because we are doing a winners match coming up next. And after this commercial, we will be back to reveal what it is. Stay tuned.